Hi there, I'm Stephen Neal and you are watching episode 2 of DriveSpark's Project HT500 build, where we are taking a stock Royal Enfield Himalayan BS4 and turning it into a 500cc fun machine. So what does it involve? Well, you'll have to check out episode 1 first. We have already published episode 1, so do go check it out. It shows all the parts, the performance parts that we'll be using in this build. However, you are now watching episode 2 and we are going to be putting the engine back together. So what does it involve? Well, we'll be showing the performance parts along with the engine internals of the Himalayan. So you've got the gearbox, the crankshaft, the balancer shafts, etc, etc, etc. So we'll be putting this engine back together. Stay tuned to this video, and it's at this point that I would like to introduce my colleague, DriveSpark's very own resident engineer. This is Bharadwaj. He is known for the Kannada channel, Kannada DriveSpark. So yes, at this point, let me also remind you that this video will be available, this entire series will be available in Kannada, English and Tamil. So if you want to check out this video in Kannada, you can go and check out This is Bharadwaj on Kannada DriveSpark. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started on the engine assembly. And now it's time to put the gearbox inside the engine block. These are the gear ratios of the stock Royal Enfield Himalayan BS4, and well, as you can see, we put both the driven and the driver shafts into the engine block. So we're matching both the ratios exactly right, and there we have it in place. So we've got the gears on the driven shaft. The largest gear is the first gear, and then so it goes. The second largest one will be the second gear, and the smallest one will be the top gear, which in this case is the fifth gear. Now it's time to put the dog levers in place. These are also called selector levers. What they do is move left and right and select the right gear and match it to the right gear ratio on both the shafts. So you get the right drive from the gearbox onto the final drive. Now it's time to put the shifter selector into the engine block. So there we are, adding it into its place. Once that's in place, you can put the dog levers too, and you can slot them into the right grooves on the shifter selector. This way, when the shifter selector is turned by the gear lever, it shifts the right gears. Now it's time to put in the guide rods, which will keep the dogs in place with respect to the shifter selector. So once that's in place, the entire gearbox is held together by these rods. Now we must mention here that this was done under professional guidance. Mr. Nisar Khan was here. He taught us exactly how this has to be done. So it's a disclaimer, well, do not do this on your own if you do not have professional guidance. Things can go wrong as these are precision engineered components. And there we have it, the second guide rod is in place and the gearbox has been assembled. Now we move ahead and it's time to assemble the other stuff. Now let's check out how the shifter selector works. When the shifter selector turns, the dog levers move, and along with the movement of the dog levers, the gears shift. That's exactly how your gearbox works in your motorcycle. Let it be the Himalayan or let it be any other motorcycle that uses this kind of a shifting system. So that was the gearbox assembly of the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Now it's time to move on and we'll check out the other elements of the engine. So there you have it. The gearbox has been assembled. It's been rebuilt. Thank you for helping us with that, Puneet. Now, it's been an interesting experience for us. It's been interesting and fun. Hope it was interesting and fun for you to watch as well. Well, that's it from us for now. Thank you for watching. I'm Stephen Neal.
And this is Bharadwaj signing off for DriveSpark.
So stay tuned to DriveSpark for that. I'm Stephen Neal signing off for DriveSpark.
Hey.
I'm Stephen Neal.